This is Clark Ingram with People Profits LLC. We help you with your employee turnover, labor shortage, and skills gap. Today, we'd like to talk about how do you define failure? And one of the ways that I define failure in my business, when I'm talking to organizations, is when you have twice as many people who are actively looking for jobs in your organization, people who work for you now, and you've got twice as many of those people actively looking for a job than the people who are engaged with you as engaged employees. Now, I've got two articles for you to take a look at. One of them is a website with Gallup Poll, and they've got an article embedded in their website. And now I've got another article for you in Forbes magazine. One of them talks about the fact that there's a Gallup link that shows a graph, and it basically shows that over the past 20, 30 years or so, employee engagement has been bouncing basically from 25% to 35%. Okay, and it's really not gone up much at all. And there's some other graphs you can look at, and they even go farther back in time. The Fortune magazine link, what it does is it quotes a study that was done that said that 65% of the employees out there are actively looking for a job every day. They are putting resumes on the street, et cetera, et cetera. That to me is a major, ridiculous level of failure on the part of organizations who are trying to hold on to their employees, engage their employees, and put them in a position where they don't need to go look for a job. Okay, so this is a major failure on a part. And here's the problem: I see this every day. I see this in organizations. To me, I don't question either one of these studies that have been done. The Gallup poll is a very extensive thing, and they do it every year. It's an ongoing thing for what they do. And I have no doubt that 65% or more of people who are currently employed somewhere are looking for a job. One of the other things is when I talk to organizations, they pridefully point out that their engagement is roughly in the same range as quoted by Gallup. That they're saying that, oh, our employee engagement is 25 to 35%, and that's normal, that's average, that's good, quote unquote. And I would totally disagree with this. If you're truly trying to engage your employees, your engagement level should be somewhere in the 50 to 60% range, where 60% of your employees are actively engaged. They are happy where they're at. They're looking forward to opportunities that they're going to have coming to them, et cetera, et cetera. And I very seldom see employee organizations that are like that. Again, most of them are down in that 20, 35% range. And the idea that we're looking, and one of the other things that's in the Gallup link is it's talking about how we need a rebound back up to where we were a couple of years ago, where we were 2 or 3 points above where we are now. To me, that's still failure. To me, the real goal should be up around 60%. We need to double. The average organization needs to double the amount of their engagement for them to really see the benefits of that engagement. So at that point, you've got 2/3 of your employees being very productive, helping the organization, totally involved, and they're also recruiting for you. They're also out there telling people what a great organization you are, and that their friends need to come work for them. What that means is 2/3 of your employees are spending no time looking for a job. Okay, they're totally committed. They're all in. It has been well documented opinion that many engagement strategies do not work. That there's a lot of the HR strategies that they're putting forth as being the way that we increase employee engagement is to do the following things, but studies have shown that they basically don't work. The Gallup poll supports this. It shows that going back 30 years or so, our employee engagement has barely changed. It goes up and down, but we're spending trillions of dollars. These organizations globally are spending trillions of dollars, untold man hours, and what are we getting for it? Not a lot. Your engagement strategy should focus on minimizing employee turnover, identifying the root causes of your turnover, and killing those root causes, totally eliminating them as much as possible. Okay. The other thing that should be happening is you should be maximizing your employee development. And I'm not talking about just the training. I'm talking about, as some of you who have followed me for a while, you've heard me talk about value pathing, something that I developed years ago. This provides a clear and detailed value path to each employee where it shows them, okay, they're a warm pair of hands. We want this person up here. We want this senior employee up here. And it gives them a path that directly shows them how to do that. But it also shows them the rewards they're going to get if they run the path that we're giving them. And it needs to be in detail. The good news is most training departments already have the training portion. We just have to add on some things to it just to make it that much better. But that's especially the younger generations, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a very detailed path that they can walk down. You need to allow the employee some control over the speed of their training. In other words, if they can do a whole lot right now and then something comes up, they have a child or whatever that gets sick, and they can slow down, they can speed up and slow down. The really cool part about this is one of the first companies I tried this with was that it took us 5 years to take that warm pair of hands and make them a senior technician. The good news is that when we were done, the average time was 2.5 years. We had cut it in half, literally millions and millions and millions of dollars. The next thing you have to do is you have to live up to the agreed upon employee rewards in the value path. As that employee is able to accomplish whatever you're asking them to do, then he gets the rewards that you said you were going to give. Don't make a bunch of promises and break them. That just kills engagement. Show respect for the employee who completes the path. Give them a pat on the back. Show, not just the money, but also to give them all the accolades and all that they have completed the path. Provide mentorship to the newbies from the path graduates. Let the path graduates talking to those new guys that are warm pair of hands that are starting with you, and you want him to be that senior accountant, 2, 3 years, 4 years from now, and you want somebody mentoring him and telling him, okay, the path worked for me. I'm up here now, and it worked perfectly for me, and let me help you with it, et cetera, et cetera. That will get those newbies really excited, and that's how you engage people. You engage people when you show them that they've got a future with your company and keeping them focused on the long term, not just the short term. So again, I'm going to have the links of these two articles attached. And if you will, this is Clark Ingram with People Profits. We help you with your employee turnover, your labor shortage, and skills gap. Thank you.